Like, he's trying. Guys, he's trying. He's trying to learn. He's trying to learn. We're not talking Emery here. Like, nothing to be 75% over. Nothing to be 75% over. No, I can't see this is possibly going to go badly with Spinal. I should put everyone in just, like, concrete cubes and just not have anything, ever. Yeah, he just, like, starts lying. He just starts pretending to agree with her, and it's like, dude, you don't agree with any of this. Did Spinal win? Did he win?
You like hypotheticals. What if she was really hot, okay? And she loved me, okay? Then what?
I was joking, Rao. What was I?
Do you have like the phenotype to be able to do a good afro or no?
No, they said I look like Norbit with an afro, so I... Do you want me to die?
I mean, if you can, and this is the answer I'm going to give.
I love you. Bye bye. I love you.
Spinal BJ. Do we know about this guy? Have we heard of this guy? If you're a chatter in this chat, if you're a chatter in Chud's chat, you may have heard the name Spinal BJ. Spinal BJ is a black lolicon. I believe from New York. A black lolicon. Low income, neat, 21 years old. Fascination with sexual violence. Absolutely, he loves sexual violence. Okay? He loves self-harm. SH. He loves that. He's posting it on his Twitter daily. Okay? He's a giga libertarian. Giga libertarian. He doesn't think there should be laws on basically anything, okay? Possession laws, he's against. I think, generally. Possession of pretty much anything. Big ANCAP kind of guy. Big ANCAP kind of guy. And he's an incel. He's an incel, and he's looking for love. Thank you for the $5, Joe Savage, thank you. He's looking for love. And the other night, after being raided by Purple Pepsi Gaming, Spinal tunes into Morale's stream. And DGGers, Destiny fans who are still here, you will be excited to know that on Morale's stream was Mercoffdaperc, that we know about. Mercoffdaperc. Mercoffdaperc is a girl who was like obsessed with XQC. She was on Destiny stream a couple times. She's a kick streamer. And she was on Morale's stream playing VR chat with him, having an E-date. And Spinal BJ saw her and started simping in chat. And eventually he got on. So we're going to watch Spinal and Merc's date. Now, I will say, this has resulted in Merc calling for people to be mass reported, okay? That's where we're at right now. Merc put up a tweet asking people to mass report a video for her. So, we're going to just see what happened, really. We're going to watch through, see from when Spinal goes on this date with Merc, and then understand exactly what has gone wrong here.
What's up?
He's been asking my chat if he wants to meet you, so.
Yo, what's up, dude?
He's not even in the call yet. He has yet to answer. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Hold on.
Hello?
Quickly, that's Cat
Yeah,
is. It's
what's
Cat,
up?
yeah, it's the Morale
Hi.
Quiggler right now.
Hey.
I was just listening to the stream, and I don't know, I just thought the stuff you were saying was pretty cool and interesting. And, you know, he just kept being really avoidant about it, and I thought the stuff you were saying was interesting, and I just wanted to hear what you had to say, so I guess that's what I'm here for.
Nice. What do you want to hear me say?
Well, there's nothing specific I want to hear you say. It's nice to hear you talk. The things you were talking about were pretty interesting. And I was just listening. So just keep doing you, I guess.
Sick. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm the guy who said you were cool, by the way. You know?
I was muted. I was muted. I was
appreciate
just
it.
saying, isn't this so cute? Doesn't Spinal have so much riz? That's what it
Thanks.
said.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is awkward.
Is that it, Spinal?
I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say here, man.
Thank you for the $2, Spencer. Like, he's trying, guys. He's trying. He's trying to learn. He's trying to learn.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm the guy who said you were cool, by the way. You know.
Oh, I appreciate
So
it.
that's why I say I don't think Spinal is necessary. While I wouldn't make any statement saying that I don't think Spinal would molest a child, I don't think he's technically a pedophile, because he does seem to primarily interact with women of his own age, okay? And he does seem to get quite, you know, you can see him here, he's quite, say smitten. She's quite smitten with this woman. And Merc is far from a child.
Wanna hear me say?
Well, there's nothing specific I want to hear you say. It's just, it's nice to hear you talk. The things you were talking about were pretty interesting. And
That's not the defense I would want to hear. Listen, it's not the defense you would want to receive, okay? That's really what it's about, okay?
I was just listening.
If someone was defending you like that, you'd probably be pretty upset. You'd probably wonder what went wrong to get you that.
Just
keep
doing you, I guess.
Sick. Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm the guy who said you were cool, by the way. You know.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Oh, this is awkward.
Is that it, Spinal?
I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say here, man.
You can't out. Do you not want to? Is that all you want to say?
What else can I say? I don't know what else to say. It's just you seem.
Are you nervous? You sound nervous.
He's 21, I believe.
Wait, why?
Cause like you're awesome.
He's 21, but I believe he left high school, didn't go to college, and hasn't had a job, I believe. And like was, you know, he's a COVID stunted baby, you know.
Okay, I think, I mean, I don't want to fool you. By no means do I want to fool you. I'm still insane. Like, it's when people can get me talking and like, I don't know, and have like a serious conversation in a sense. I sound different, but I'm just as great as I sound. I sound stupid most of the time.
Well, what do you mean by sound stupid though?
I say some stupid shit.
Like?
I mean, I'm not gonna go down a laundry list.
But is there like not even one you can say that runs off the top of your head?
No. No.
I don't know, man. Well, that makes me think you don't actually say anything stupid. You just think.
Oh, I do.
Stupid.
I do. I feel like if I didn't...
Don't be so hard on yourself, baby girl. Don't be so hard on yourself, baby girl.
You guys agreed on Israel-Palestine. You guys could talk about...
Please also critique Morale's wingman performance. Thanks. Well, Morale wasn't really trying a wingman. Morale was obviously... There's sickening things going on. I've noticed some sickening things, some sickening psychosexual dynamics happening with Morale, with Spinal, with Merc, with Babka, with Dickers. There's some strange psychosexual dynamics going on. I wanted Parry, really, to do some analysis on this, because I think Parry is quite good at tapping into these kind of things. But he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it in Discord for me earlier. I tried to get him to a private stream for me in Discord. And he just, he was being a fucking bitch about it. Just fucking crying constantly.
About that, there's so much you guys could talk about. I mean...
Yeah, I did
Spinal,
agree
listen,
with...
you wanted to talk to... You got to put your foot in the door, buddy. You got to start up a conversation. This is on you.
I'm trying to. I just don't... I don't know where
Talk
to go
to her about
with it.
Israel. You agreed with her take. Talk about that.
I was going to say that. I was going to say, yeah, I agreed with you on the take of, like... It just seems like people put too much interest in this. Or I really think people just be more worried about themselves.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, I think being so chronically online, because I think we all, even if people say, no, I'm not chronically online, or no, I have a real life, like, majority of people, whether streamers or viewers, whether content creators, whether gamers, we're all chronically online. And I think that all of
So true,
that
Mac.
is like saturated into the internet where we're in contact with it. When in reality, if we step outside, the probability of us coming in contact.
I told that monkey Parry to dance and he refused. Can you believe it?
I know, it's fucking disgusting.
Unless we live in high metropolitan cities, is actually pretty low.
Like,
I'm not going to step outside and come in contact with a Jewish person. I'm not going to come in contact with a Palestinian. So there's like, there's no need to like wear myself out, walk on eggshells, worry about something that my life will never come in contact with. Now, if I do travel or I come across someone and have a connection and a conversation and they end up being a part of those demographics, then maybe my mind will change, and that's fine. Like, the whole point of, you know, growing up is coming in contact with things that challenge your beliefs. And whether or not you change them or remain concrete in them, that's what makes you as a person.
I'm home now,
but
can we
like,
be friends again?
Thank you for the $5, Morale. Yeah, no problem. You're forgiven for not answering the call.
Like, I won't come in contact with these people. I don't have to deal with it firsthand. Now, if there's ever like a time in my life where there's an attack on US soil and we get into a war, then maybe my mind will change, but it hasn't yet, and I'm not in contact with it, so I don't, and I say this for lack of a better term, I don't care. But I, like, my heart still feels for these people, like seeing...
Guys, you know what I should do? You know what I should have done instead of calling people? I should have just, like, sent a message around to everyone and gotten people to sing, like, a line each of Imagine by John Lennon. And I'll DM that to Destiny. Get, like, Kelly, J Stalk, Mr. Girl, Lav. We'll do, like, one line of John Lennon Imagine. Cut that together and then send it to Destiny and be like, have you thought about this? Have you considered this?
Children be affected is sad. At the very least.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because
Dan would probably do it too. Dude, I wonder if Dan would do it. If I hit up Dan and was like, Dan, I need you to do one line of John Lennon Imagine for me, just like Gal Gadot did. You think he would do it?
That's the go-to response most people have for this. They feel for them, it's just, I think it pushes an extreme, especially on the internet, where people expect everybody to sort of have this very passionate take on it, when it's just like, for most people, it's not really going to affect them. It's just something that kind of is, and they wish it could stop, but it's not something that's going to affect them for the most part, and they'll probably live most of their life not really even thinking about it, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, listen. Like, you guys, there's more you guys have in common. I mean, you know, Merc, you've accidentally shown a lot on stream, and Spinal, I've heard yesterday you showed, after Perry raided you, apparently you showed your Twitter timeline, which was full of cut sluts. Maybe you could talk about that and bond over that.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
What's with that derogatory terminology that Morale is using there? He should know that Spinal would never, ever refer to them as sluts.
That, first of all,
I'm trying. Listen, you're not, I hate to, you're not very good at this. I'm trying to throw you a bone, man. All right?
Okay, but it didn't happen. Whoever told you that lied to you. That didn't happen.
That didn't, well, you could tell her about the cut sluts in general.
Cuck or cut?
Cut, C-U-T.
What do you mean, bro?
Wait, what does
Tell her
that
about
mean?
the stove. She'll probably think it's cute.
What about, what stove, Morale?
But it's your story to tell.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think you're making things up.
Okay, Spinal, how's it gonna be when, you know, this thing with Merc goes a little further and she figures out you've been lying? Like, the baseline of your relationship is built on a lie.
Whoa. There is no relationship. The prospect of a relationship is not even a conversation at this point.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you should not, you know, I mean, you're meeting each other. You've just met. I don't think lying should be on the plate right now. You should try to be honest.
What am I lying about? I'm being very honest. I'm being very honest.
Why are you giggling? Why are you smiling right now?
I'm not smiling. What makes you think I'm smiling? You can't even see me.
I can hear it in your voice. You're smiling.
I'm not smiling.
So yesterday on stream, you didn't accidentally show Cut Slut Twitter.
No.
What is that? What is that? Just explain what it is. What is it?
Like you projecting a bit or something, man.
Can you just explain what? Can you explain what cut slut is? Okay, Morale, what's cut slut?
Oh, I mean, Spinal, do you want to go ahead or do you want me to?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mara.
Well, I mean, Spinal likes him a little bit bloody is all I'm saying.
That's not funny.
Where are you getting this from, man?
That's actually not funny.
Well, I'm not joking. I don't know why Spinal's lying.
Funny.
I'm not lying. What am I lying about? There's nothing to lie about.
Weird. That's weird.
Like you're
Spinal,
just kind of
listen.
like you're just throwing this towards me for no reason. Where did this come from, man?
Spinal, come on.
What do you mean, come on?
I'm trying to throw you a bone, buddy. I don't understand.
Trying to throw me anything. You literally just threw this random thing out, and you're trying to make
Dude, all I know
worse
about you is that
Jesus, I'm back. Okay, I went and grabbed a coffee. Sorry, guys. I totally AFK'd. Let's wind that back a moment.
Why Spinal's lying.
I'm not lying. What am I lying about? There's nothing to lie about.
Weird.
Oh, wait. What
am I lying about? I'm being very honest.
Okay, I need to see this.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
Mara. Okay, Mara, how?
Okay,
What
well,
else
I
was I
mean, listen. Like, you guys, there's more you guys have in common. I mean, you know, Merc, you've accidentally shown a lot on stream, and Spinal, I've heard yesterday you showed, after Perry raided you, apparently you showed your Twitter timeline, which was full of cut sluts. Maybe you could talk about that and bond over that.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
Mara. Okay, Mara, how? That, first of all...
I'm trying. Listen, you're not, I hate to, you're not very good at this. I'm trying to throw you a bone, man. All right?
Okay, but it didn't happen. Whoever told you that lied to you. That didn't happen.
That didn't, well, you could tell her about the cut sluts in general.
Cuck or cut?
Cut, C-U-T.
What do you mean, bro?
Wait, what does
Tell her
that
about
mean?
the stove. She'll probably think it's cute.
So, I mean, I'm assuming that everyone knows about the stove, that everyone knows about the cut slots, everyone knows about this stuff, right? Spinal likes retweeting on Twitter. Not just, like, lolly stuff. Not just, like, anime sexual violence. But he also likes retweeting when girls post pictures of their wrists on Twitter. There's, like, a whole community of girls constantly posting pictures of their wrists. And, like, they get... Some of them are, like, real bad. Like, they're like, you know, fresh. It's just happened. Absolutely ripped open. And one of these girls that Spinal follows, who doesn't actually... She doesn't actually do that crazy ones. They're actually... Her one's quite light from what I've seen. One of these girls that posts the stuff that Spinal likes retweeting made a tweet saying, like, I wish a guy would put his hand on a hot stove for me. And so Spinal starts putting his hand, like, slightly close to the stove in, like, a video and, like, pulling it away. And she's like, no, go closer, touch it, go closer. And he's like, okay, is this good enough? And then he's, like, touching it a bit closer. And then she replies, he, like that. And it's like some Wasian emo girl. Like, relatively mid as well. Like, not even like, you know, we're not talking crazy here. We're not talking Emery here. Like, nothing to be 75% over. Nothing to be 75% over.
What stove, Mara?
But it's your story to tell.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think you're making things up.
Okay, Spinal, how's it gonna be when, you know, this thing with Merc goes a little further and she figures out you've been lying? Like, the baseline of your relationship is built on a lie.
Whoa. There is no relationship. The prospect of a relationship is not even a conversation at this point.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you should not, you know, I mean, you're meeting each other. You've just met. I don't think lying should be on the plate right now. You should try to be honest.
What am I lying about? I'm being very honest.
Why are you giggling? Why are you smiling right now?
I'm not smiling. What makes you think I'm smiling?
That's also how I confirmed Spinal's race, by the way. Obviously, I assumed Spinal was black, even just from chat. But once I saw Spinal's hand on the stove, that's how I confirmed his race.
See me.
I can hear it in your voice. You're smiling.
I'm not smiling.
So yesterday on stream, you didn't accidentally show Cut Slut Twitter.
No.
What is that? What is that? Just explain what it is. What is it?
Like you projecting a bit or something, man.
Can you just explain what? Can you explain what cut slut is? Okay, Morale, what's cut slut?
Oh, I mean, Spinal, do you want to go ahead or do you want me to?
I don't know what you're talking about, Marat.
Well, I mean, Spinal likes him a little bit bloody is all I'm saying.
That's not funny.
Where are you getting this from, man?
Yeah, that's not funny.
That's actually not funny.
That's not funny.
Well, I'm not joking. I don't know why Spinal's lying.
Funny.
I'm not lying. What am I lying about? There's nothing to lie about.
Weird. That's weird.
Like you're
Spinal,
just kind of
listen.
like you're just throwing.
No, I seriously, like, I cannot understand people who take this shit this fucking seriously. This like actually started annoying me. It was like, I thought this was funny content when I was watching it the first time around, up until like this point, where it's like Merc starts taking it like giga serious. It's like, dude, who gives a fuck?
Chat, don't believe him. Kuihman was telling me in DMs something about how wide nostrils impart a certain inflection to the voice. It was very weird.
Okay, man. Thank you for the $5, Jimmy.
Where did this come from, man?
Spinal, come on.
What do you mean, come on?
I'm trying to throw you a bone, buddy. I don't understand.
Trying to throw me anything. You literally just threw this random thing out. And you're trying to make.
Dude, all I know about you is that you have like bad video game takes and let you like cut sluts. That's all I know.
Who told you this?
Are you not the black thug fella that put your hand on the stove for the e-girl on Twitter? No. Is that not you?
Okay, first of all, black thug fella is crazy, man.
Well,
Spinal's not a thug. Spinal's not a thug.
You're literally black. I don't understand the issue, but
okay. A bit aggravated.
Your race isn't the problem though. What the problem is first of all, I don't know what cut slut is, and it sounds a little insensitive.
I agree.
Well, it's insensitive on my part. I don't know what he calls them. That's what I call them.
Spinal would never use that language.
So, Muriel, since you call them that, what is a cut slut?
Well, I mean,
guys, I've just noticed something incredibly important, okay? Now, as you know, I'm very fearful for my safety, so it's very important that you donate right now, okay, guys? But even adding to that, you know, pressure to donate that you should be feeling right now is the fact that there's only 3 super chats left on the goal. And guys, if you hit that goal, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, and this is a new promise that I haven't made this yet. I'm adding this. This is just to incentivize you to hit this final bit of the goal. If you hit that goal, I'm going to start another goal. That's right, guys. If you hit this goal, I will start another goal. So, guys, if you're excited about that, make sure you try and fill out those last 3 points on the goal, okay? And then also, guys, we've got 130 likes on stream, but 600 people watching. So if some of those 480 or so people wouldn't mind, please move their cursor to thumbs up and clicking it or pressing thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. Thank you, Shwoo, for the $4.99. Thank you, Venomous Villain, for the $5. And thank you, Quella, for the 10 New Zealand dollars to hit goal. Hugely appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Stay safe.
That is absolutely epic. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to start a new goal. Remember to like the stream, guys. Thank you for the $5.
This another $5 to add on to the $5 I sent you yesterday to do the Melanie Mac cat pose. Do it, you coward.
I'm not doing the Melanie Mac cat pose, but I appreciate the $5 anyway, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it anyway, man. Thank you. So, while the last one was called Epic Goal, this one is going to be called Really Epic Goal. Alright, so guys, that's just especially for you guys. That's a treat. That's a treat, guys. Thank you for the €5, Noah Brown. Thank you. No
Thanks for banning me that one time, Kuihman.
Listen, it's not really a ban if you got back in, is it? It's not really a ban if you get back in the chat. Thank you for the €5, Noah Brown. Thank you.
I mean, I don't think Spinal wants to get into it. Spinal, you can take the conversation a different direction.
What do you mean?
I mean, you obviously don't want to talk about that. You can talk about something else.
Because what is there to talk? What was? First of all, listen. What was the point of bringing it up if you're not going to talk about it? Why bring it up?
Because I was trying to get you to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about something you want to talk about.
Something I want to talk about? I don't know. I heard her talk about like ponies and stuff. That was cool. I thought that was
Talk about My Little
awesome.
Pony then. Go ahead.
Well, sure. I guess I will.
Okay, asshole, go ahead.
I mean, like, well, I was told to ask, like, who your favorite pony was. So
Fluttershy.
that's a.
See, how bad can Spinal really be? He likes MLP. How bad can he really be? He believes in the magic of friendship, guys. He loves My Little Pony. How evil can this guy truly be?
Very good choice.
I love Fluttershy. And then second's like Rainbow Dash.
Second, she's alright. I don't know
I
about
love
other
her.
people. You love her.
I think
I mean,
I think it's because like she's like, I don't know, she's like a gay icon. She's like lesbian, obviously. So
That's
I
fair,
don't know.
yeah.
I feel like
Missy Elliott, please don't misrepresent Spinal's position. You're being quite bad faith right now. Spinal did not say he believes CSAM should be legal. He said he's indifferent as to whether any of those laws exist, okay?
I like Fluttershy's gentleness, and I like Rainbow Dash's robustness.
I can get that. I can see
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if I'd put Rainbow Dash as like second favorite though.
Well, because you said he believes CSAM should be legal. That's not technically what he believes. What he believes, he doesn't believe that it should be illegal. Okay? That's actually what his position is. It's a lack of belief versus a belief in like the affirmative, you know?
For me, I don't know.
And she's also like an alicorn, so
Who, Rainbow Dash?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because that you have unicorn, which is horse with horn. You have Pegasus, which is she's a Pegasus,
She's a peg.
which is a horse with wings, and then you have alicorn, which is a Pegasus with a horn.
Yeah. No, wait.
Yeah. So she's a Pegasus.
It's technically a Pegasus with a horn, because I don't know which comes first. Because I know in the show, I know Twilight becomes like one of them, but she has the horn first and then gets the wings later on. That's why I don't know.
She would be a unicorn first, and then when she gets the wings, she's an alicorn. It doesn't matter like how it happens. It just matters like what they have, what features they have.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So horn and
yeah.
wings, alicorn, wings, Pegasus, horn, unicorn. And I mean, biblically speaking, I mean, if we want to get really technical, biblically speaking, unicorns actually existed, and they were actually rhinos. Rhinoceri, or rhinoceroses, however you choose to pronounce it, were actually unicorns. So.
That's kind of device. What?
Yeah.
Wait, so they're just rhinos basically, or?
Yeah. Well, if you want to take like a biblical stance on it, they were included in the Bible.
This is what I mean when I say you have very interesting things to say. Nobody else would have said something like that to me.
He's in love.
Yeah.
This is things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's something else you said that I thought was cool, but I can't remember what it was. I'm mad now. I have to think about it. So.
I'm cringing so hard. What? Why?
I don't know. I
Sick.
can't remember it, but yeah, I just want to. I guess that's really all I was here for, to just talk with you a little bit.
Come on, no, what the hell?
What else?
Spinal,
is there?
you give
I
up too
can't-
quick. You give up too quick.
But I don't remember what I was. It was something.
You
but
like
I don't.
Oh yeah, Evil Joe brother, you're actually conflating terms there. A pedophile wouldn't be into children because they're stupid and easy to manipulate. That would be a predator. That would be a child predator. Would be targeting children because they are stupid and easy to manipulate. Pedophiles have an attraction to children, like physical attraction to children. That is their primary sexual attraction. That they can't. That is like permanently stuck like that from the moment it forms, basically. So that would be a child predator.
Anime.
So I said I don't think Spine was necessarily a pedophile, but I wouldn't make any statements on any predatory.
Right?
Yeah, I like anime.
Ask about that. You need to put in some effort here, man. You're giving up far too quick.
Well, sure. Do you like anime?
I used to, not so much anymore. When I was younger, like whenever like Toonami existed, I watched it on occasion. But I like the animes that aren't really considered animes, even though they technically are. Like real anime enjoyers would be like, that's not an anime, that's not. But like, you know, like Shin-chan, Hamtaro, stuff like that.
Argue those aren't. Those are. Those
She's
are
glasses up.
anime.
Light sits back. Actually, that's a child predator.
You can't argue they aren't.
Yeah, but and I also like Inuyasha. I didn't really like Bleach. Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood, but like the original Full Metal Alchemist. I used to watch a little bit of that. Cowboy Bebop. Basically, if it was on Adult Swim or Toonami, I would watch it. I even like Samurai Jack. I don't know if you would consider that like animation or anime, but I really like the original Samurai Jack. When it was re-released, I didn't watch it.
I mean, in terms of Samurai Jack, I personally wouldn't consider it like anime, but I could sort of see the argument made that it is heavily inspired by it, and as such, it sort of exists in it at the same time.
So, like, Spinal just starts lying. Like, he starts lying when he's denying the cut slot stuff. And then he's lying more here. He does not think Samurai Jack should be counted as anime. He does not think that. Spinal, you do not think this shit. You think this is all this. You think this is a retarded bot NPC opinion. Anime is Japanese cartoons. Well, yeah, but you're saying like there's some weight to that argument. You're saying, oh, I can kind of see why people would say that. It's like, no, you don't, bro. You think that's retarded. You think that's dumb as hell.
I feel like because even though not anime in sort of the style or anything like that,
Well, it's anime because it's got someone with a fucking katana in it.
It takes its influences, you know, from it. So it's like it's there. And I guess when it comes to like influences, it wouldn't necessarily be a influence-based thing, because just because something is influenced doesn't just make it an anime. You can take influence from something and have it be something completely different. But I feel like the tone and everything with it sort of mashes it into this mix-up between the two.
Riveting.
And I feel kind of what's missing.
Spinal, what's your favorite anime?
So, Merc's being a bitch, she just goes riveting. What a bitch.
And everything with it sort of mashes it
what
into
a
this
fucking
mix-up between
bitch. Riveting.
And I feel
riveting. Sorry, you can leave a conversation at any time, bitch. You don't have to talk to this guy. You do not have to talk to this guy. What? Why is she being a fucking bitch about it?
But I feel like the tone and everything with it sort of mashes it into this mix-up between the two.
Riveting.
And I feel kind of what's missing.
Spinal, what's your favorite anime?
This guy's pouring his heart out to you.
Anime-wise, I'd just say Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'd say that.
Good choice.
I haven't watched an anime in like months.
Spinal is a Shinji, isn't he? He is a Shinji.
Yarchin Bitch Club's really good. I like it. I like the more like, what is it? Like Ecchi? I like that.
Isn't ecchi like softcore porn?
Spinal's a Shinji, and Pepsi's like Kwaru. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
Spinal,
good.
thoughts on that? Thoughts on that, Spinal?
I mean, I think
baskets.
I don't see anything wrong with it. If it's good, it's good. It's sort of
Rosario Vampire, High School DxD.
I don't know about that.
That's another good one. Yeah, Rosario Vampire is really good. And of course, like Demon Slayer. I didn't finish Demon Slayer though. JJK, didn't finish JJK. Oh my god, the final season of Attack on Titan. Or like the most recent season that came out, I like watched it until episode 2. I'm like, yeah, I can't. But like the first seasons were good.
Attack on Titan sucks.
What did you?
But I'm not like an anime fan. I am not like a weeb or anything.
I mean, I guess when you say it, you're not like hardcore into it. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
It started good. Let's cope. Cope. Low IQ anime viewers got absolutely just trapped by the first couple episodes of Attack on Titan. Oh my god, I can't believe people are dying. Oh my god, I can't believe a character died. Oh my god, people getting eaten? Oh my god, there's gore? I've never seen this before. Oh my god. It's like, oh my god, you suck. You suck so bad. I remember watching it back in the day. Literally being like, even being a contrarian as like a retarded teenager. Being like, dude, this sucks. This fucking blows. And everyone being, all the retarded normies just getting into anime. Thinking it was just like the most amazing shit ever. Coming out at the same time as Game of Thrones. It was like, I think I've said this before. There were several shows that came out around the same time. It was Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and Attack on Titan. None of them were above a 7 out of 10 at any point. At any point, none of them were above a 7 out of 10. Yet people pretended they were like 9 out of 10. Why? Because characters die. Because characters die. That's how fucking stupid people are. That's how fucking stupid they were. Walking Dead Season 1 was okay. I agree with that. I agree Walking Dead Season 1 was good. Season 2, immediately off a cliff. Straight off a cliff, Season 2. But it was like a 7 out of 10. It was like a 7 out of 10. Akamega Kill as well, yes. Dude, Akamega Kill fucking blew so bad. Oh my god. But yeah, Attack on Titan, worst offender. It is not good. It sucks. I didn't like Breaking Bad, no. But it's not because of any, like, super, you know, thought-through take. I just found it boring. Found it boring, couldn't carry on. But, yeah, Attack on Titan just always sucked. And Attack on Titan could have been cool too, but they just decided to make it like total shonen slop. Like, Attack on Titan was good for not just being total shonen slop, for there being this, these, like, political themes. Not, like, real-world political themes, but, you know, the themes of the politics within the world, and all the world-building stuff that was set up, and, like, this stuff with, like, setting up the basement, and all that. Were all good, like, plot threads, and good setups. But it just ended up getting turned into this absolute dog shit slop, where it's, like... like, the moment they start turning into Titans, I'm, like, out, basically. I'm, like, totally out. Do you like the Watchmen TV series? I actually did. I actually didn't mind the Watchmen TV series. I don't remember that much of it. I remember I watched all of it. But I remember enjoying it. I watched it when it came out. I did watch Invincible. Another show that totally sucks. That got the retarded normie hype too. Invincible fucking blows. Always blew. Always sucked shit. Animation sucks. Art sucks. Characters suck. Writing sucks. Voice acting sucks. I didn't watch Westworld. Yeah, but gore. But again. But character death. But gore. But gore. Fucking insufferable. So annoying. Same with The Boys. True. Actually, not true about The Boys Season 1. The Boys Season 1 is actually... Like, that's another good setup, good premise. But they just do everything too much. They do everything too much. It becomes... Nothing matters. Very quickly. Do you know what I mean? Season 1, there's a real feeling of... the first time I watched The Boys Season 1, they did a really good job of conveying like the dread you would actually feel. You know, having Superman just like be a fucking rapist, like Psycho, who would just show up and fucking crush your skull. You know, that was conveyed well in Season 1. It stops once everything's too... Everyone's fighting too much. There's so much happening. People are interacting all the time. It stops mattering so much. And they have to rely on, like, They rely less on, like, the powers being threatening and have to come up with more inventive ways of making things threatening in the story, and that requires much better writing. And they aren't good enough, frankly. The one thing I do hate about The Boys, though, is I hate, like, the writing and the way it's gone. But the stuff I hate about is, like, the narrative stuff. The satire stuff. People will attack and pretend that somehow The Boys is, like... Oh my god, they're exaggerating. They're exaggerating. Conservatives aren't actually like that. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. No, they are actually exactly how The Boys treats them. No, they are actually exactly like that. The unfortunate thing is that satire just doesn't work anymore because they literally don't care about being low IQ bloodthirsty maniacs and being seen as such. So satire just doesn't work on them anymore. That's a good point, Tilturn. They just take stuff that actually happens a lot of the time and swap out names. But I've heard people say, but that's not the attack angle people take. That's a fine criticism, but that's not the attack angle people take, generally.
And it's like, I see what you mean with that. I don't think... Some people would have a problem with that, but it's like, I think it's fine to not be, like, hardcore into it as long as you still can appreciate it. I feel like that's what a lot of people...
I don't think that...
What did you think of the DMC anime?
Like, anime should be revered. It's not like, I don't know, more like classic mediums of like certain things, whether it's like I'm not gonna sit here and compare anime to like classical music or orchestral music, you know, or like classic films. Like, I feel like anime is just not on the same level. Now, I can understand, I can respect it being that there's a lot of people that do enjoy it and they take interest in it, but it can't be revered like classical art, film, or music.
I get what you're saying, yeah. When you say classical art, film, things of that nature, like, what are you referring to? I mean, especially in the film sense, that's the one that's like the most intriguing to me.
Like black and white films, like old Hollywood, glamour Hollywood.
Huh.
Like, you know, like your Casablancas, your Sayanaras, which Sayonara you can watch in color, but I think Casablanca was only in black and white. What else? Streetcar Named Desire. Big fan of Marlon Brando. Love Marlon Brando. Love Marlon Brando films. What else? Casablanca, Sayonara, Streetcar Named Desire.
She's so not like other girls. That's crazy, isn't it, guys?
What's another one? There's another one. I think it's another Marlon Brando film. Oh, Breakfast at Tiffany's, classic. Love Breakfast at Tiffany's. Audrey Hepburn's beautiful. And also like some, maybe it's not really classical. I don't know what you would call it. post-classical, but like Stanley Kubrick films, I love Stanley Kubrick films. A Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, stuff like that. And then Quentin Tarantino films
Found the next tweet.
are my favorite. I do not like Pulp Fiction. I know, gasp. Pulp Fiction was not that great. Yeah. Stuff like that. I love movies. I've watched a lot of movies in my life.
Do you like Night of the Living Dead?
No, too cheesy.
What? Too cheesy.
Yeah, I don't like.
Merc.
I mean, I appreciate horror. What's up?
When you watch Ecchi or Ecchi, however you pronounce it, is the like what do you think of like the age of the women that are usually involved in it?
It's concerning. It's well, there's a lot of.
Why is it concerning?
My shit's freaking out. My headset's freaking out. Give me 1 second.
Oh, take your time.
I think it's because like it's like the whole conversation about pedophilia in Japanese media. I think that it's very popularized over there, and in turn, they produce content that could be seen as pedophilic, and then it's perpetuated in the United States. And certain people have access to it that probably shouldn't, because it fuels their fantasies, so to speak. For me, I want to make the argument that it's just art, but also at the same time, being someone who is all about like not victimizing children, I think it is somewhat of a problem, because even if it is just art, like there's a reason that people are drawn to it.
No, I can't see this is possibly going to go badly with Spinal.
Like there is a moral conversation to be had about it.
Spinal thoughts?
I mean, I agree with it. Yeah, in the sense, because at heart, you know, I see the concern people have for it and all of that, and I can see why there's the concern there. But at the same time, it's hard for me to sort of, I don't know how I'd word it. That's where it struggles at, because it's like the it's art excuse is like somewhat my excuse, because it's like I think people should be allowed to, you know, have the freedom of expression and draw whatever they want.
First of all, I'm gonna stop you there. So let's say this. Let's say take anime out of the conversation. You know the movie Titanic, where Rose is like, Jack, draw me like one of your French girls. Let's say it's a situation like that, except it's a 30-year-old man and he's drawing a 13-year-old. Do you think that there is a moral problem there?
Yeah.
If you're looking at that artwork. So why not apply it to anime as well?
When you say if you're looking at it, what do you mean? Like you're watching the movie? Or like
the art itself. So let's say you're looking at a painting of a pubescent child. Mm-hmm. Like you could relate it to anime. You're saying it's freedom of expression, but like the fact that someone wants to express that in the first place, especially if you draw.
No, Sean Walter. I think that you're like a retard if you think that. I think you've just completely misread the entire situation. I was very aggressive towards Erudite for a very long time, and he never cared. He never gave a single fuck, you complete idiot. He only cared after the Pixie stuff broke publicly. That's the only time he cared, was after the Pixie stuff broke publicly, and people were turning on him for that. Read what post?
Draw them in like scandalous or seductive manners. Like it's a problem. Like there should be no one on the face of this earth, whether animated, whether realistic.
Okay, read his post was, the cause of Destiny's animus towards you is fairly obvious now. I'm pretty sure it's because he's protective of Erudite and you often disparage her. And no judgment either way, it seems clear. He hates her. He hates her. He genuinely hates her. Watch Bridges episodes. If you've watched any amount of Destiny content, you feel you've got a handle on what this guy's personality is like. Watch Bridges content and watch him. Every time she says something, one of his phrases, for instance, like super curious. I'm not banning him. He's not like hating or anything. He's just like chilling. He's got an opinion I disagree with firmly. He will sit there, and whenever he says super curious, he will look at. He'll be like, ooh, ooh, like fucking pissed off, like trying to look away, like embarrassed, like he can't watch because he's grimacing. Because he finds it so repellent. that she copies every aspect of his personality and he has to be in the same room as her. He has not given a fuck about her. She is literally, because he knows that she's completely bought in. Destiny is pure, like, calculation with relationships. He's an impulsive, like, emotional psycho when he feels slighted. But when it comes to deciding what his relationships and how he's going to treat people, it's pure calculation. She is bought in. He does not have to do anything to defend her. In fact, he knows that if he doesn't defend her and she gets, or if he only offers slight defense, like, oh, people are unhinged about Erudite. People are, like, crazy about her sometimes. He knows if he allows the attacks to continue, she is pushed more into his arms by the outside. It actually works in his benefit for manipulating her to have people hating her. Because she is pushed more into the safety that he has already established with her. Not to mention, her husband is also a huge Destiny fan, so he knows he has complete control in this situation. And there's nothing he has to do in terms of, like, combating stuff publicly to maintain that. So the idea that he's going after me because he wants to protect Erudite is just, like, patently absurd. It doesn't make any sense from a calculation point of view. It doesn't make any sense from an emotion point of view. It doesn't make any sense from a pattern of behavior point of view. It's purely, people are going after him for this lawsuit stuff. He feels like that can actually hurt him, like with the Mr. Girl stuff. So he's going after those people. You saw it when Mr. Girl made the Destiny report. He said he was going to make a whole website named after Max to follow him around forever and tarnish his reputation. Because that was something that could actually hurt him, that could actually get to him, that could actually do some damage. It made him bleed, you know? It made him bleed. And that happened again this time. He felt the hit, it made him bleed, and he had to lash out.
Cubist, abstract, you know, impressionist, like, no style. Should there ever be a child that is depicted in a sexual or, like, pedophilic manner, even if it's, like, anime, it's just weird in general. Because, like, here's the thing, I see people, like, talking about, like, the freedom of expression. Would you rather guarantee 100% that children are safe by giving up those things just to ensure that at least one...
He's never engaged at once ever protecting an Orbiter. That's not necessarily true, because he will offer defenses of people or things they're saying if he's, like, reviewing content with them in, right? But that's how that works. Because he will watch a bit of content, offer, like, some defense. They'll feel reassured. They'll feel pushed back into the orbit, the group, by the outside attacking them. And then he's given, like, some security, some, like, look, we agree with you more. And then the community's doing all the rest of the work for him.
One child is being protected, compared to allowing people to have that freedom to do that, which could possibly lead to children being victimized. Like, I would rather give up freedoms that ensure children being safe rather than fight for something to keep it around with the possibility of someone being hurt. I'm all for giving up freedoms if it protects people.
Yeah, well, like, he defends Byron because he knows that builds a connection there.
I have to agree in that sense. If you word it like...
Let me run this back.
Children are safe by giving up those things. Just or, like, pedophilic manner. Even if it's, like, anime. It's just weird in general. Because, like, here's the thing. I see people, like, talking about, like, the freedom of expression. Would you rather guarantee 100% that children are safe by giving up those things just to ensure that at least one child is being protected, compared to allowing people to have that freedom to do that, which could possibly lead to children being victimized? Like, I would rather give up freedoms that ensure children being safe rather than fight for something to keep it around with the possibility of someone being hurt. I'm all for giving up freedoms if it protects people.
So, like, is this not just, like, retarded? She just said she's okay with giving up any freedom as long as it protects one child. Well, okay, let's just put everyone in prison then. Let's just put everyone in prison. Let's just put everyone in cubes. I should put everyone in just like concrete cubes and just not have anything ever. Great. Thanks, Mark.
I think I'd have to agree in that sense if you word it like that, but I don't know. That's why it's kind of hard for me, because it's like to say that and to be willing to give it up. It's like I'd be willing to, but it's like at the same time, it's like.
So you're sitting here arguing that you can't like look at your lollies? Is that what you're? Is that what I'm? Is like? And I don't want to overgeneralize. I don't want to like nitpick what I'm hearing, but it sounds like you're arguing for lolicon. That's literally what I'm hearing.
It's not that I'm arguing for it, because whether it exists or not is.
Yeah, he just like starts lying. He just starts pretending to agree with her, and it's like, dude, you don't agree with any of this.
Consequential to me. When I personally look at it, no. But at the same time,
I was so disappointed watching this.
I guess I come from an idea of I can just avoid.
Look at look how quickly the stone cold incel just like melts. It's just suddenly giving up his principles, doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Of how I see it. If I don't want to see it, I'll just avoid it, and it's not my problem, I guess, is how I see it.
Okay, so avoid it. Don't argue for it.
But I'm not trying to argue for it.
But you are. You said it was freedom of expression. I think there's limits on freedom of expression. People can express how much they hate the Jews. It's still anti-Semitism. People can express how much they hate black people. It's still racism. People can express how much they hate Muslims. It's still Islamophobia. Like, just because you have that freedom doesn't always mean that you should partake upon that freedom because it's hateful or it's predatory. Just because you should doesn't, or just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Merc, what do you think about liars?
I mean, I lie all the time. I'm a habitual liar. But that's like kind of the point. Like, I feel like all streamers lie. Like, and if it's not like lying about like it's serious shit, it's just like making shit up.
Spinal
like,
thoughts? What do you think about lying?
I mean,
okay, the narcissism of small differences. I feel like you're way too quick to own the narcissist label there, Babka. Worryingly quick, some might say. I think it's the bigotry of small differences, listening to this annoying, vapid black woman talk about bullshit, or whatever you said.
I think honesty is pretty important, but I mean, everybody, like she sort of said it best. Everybody sort of tells lies. I think it just depends on how big the lie is to determine like how bad it is. You know, saying, oh, this thing wasn't here or something like that, and when it was.
Like, what do you think the human filter is? Like, if you didn't have a human filter, like, you would be 100% honest. But because we have a human filter, I think we're liars. Like, you could sit here and say, honey, do I look fat in this dress? No, honey, you look like a fucking model out of the 90s who just had fucking 5 lines of coke. You look so skinny and waifish, oh my god. When in reality, she looks like a fat fucking cow. Like...
And that's the point.
And it's not like you're lying, but you're doing it from love. So I think that everyone lies. It's human nature to lie.
See, that's why I said she kind of said it best.
So Merc, if you were talking to
Spinal, why are you buying into this? This is bullshit. No, this is not human nature. This is like retarded, conflict avoidant loser behavior. This is like you're a fucking idiot bitch who lives a retarded, vapid, fake life where you ask questions that you don't actually want an answer to from your partner. Like, Spinal, don't give in to this stuff. Spinal, you're way more on the right track saying, I have to be a lolicon, everyone has to know about it because that's epic and I would be lying otherwise. You're way more on the right track when you say that, because at least you're being honest yourself. And not doing this whatever this is, man.
Someone and they gave you like they gave you a take on let's say something like Lolly, and they said it was bad, and they basically agreed entirely with what you said, but you found out later that they were lying about what, and they didn't really feel that way. How would you feel?
Oh, first of all, I wouldn't have like a deep connection with someone who is into anime like that. Like, it's not,
well, you don't, they're lying to you, so you don't think that they have a deep connection in that way, and you found out that they've lied to you.
Like, romantically or just like platonically?
Give an answer for both.
Spinal, we understand why you're caving, and that's why it's painful. You just gotta own it. So true, Smith.
Okay, so platonically, if it's like someone like I'm friends with, like I wouldn't, like if they lied to me about liking lolly, I think it would be weird. But I don't necessarily, I wouldn't put myself in a position to be friends with someone who's into like anime, really, because like my friends are like more different. Like I'm friends with people like outside.
Yeah, you have to think about it like this. I'm sorry, we've entered a new paradigm, okay? You have to think about it like this. Chris Chan has a Finnish, mentally ill, childlike girlfriend who shipped him to Finland to live with her. Okay, there's someone for everyone, okay? Spinal can live his true self. Spinal can live his true and find someone equally, or maybe not equally, but, you know, willing to tolerate. He's 21. Willing to tolerate.
Outside of anime, like that's not like a common interest.
You wouldn't be friends with someone who's into anime?
No, I'm saying like I'm more likely to be friends with someone who likes music compared to anime. So it's like that wouldn't even be a discussion. But if I'm like romantically involved with someone, they're like,
Lumpy
and I
Willy?
know that they like anime, and they say, no, I'm not into lolly, and then I go into their fucking bedroom and they have like a lolly pillow body.
Yeah, look, I give Spinal a lot of slack, okay? He's a 21-year-old NEET who was in school during COVID, okay? I feel like that's got to count for something.
Pillow, like it's gonna make me uncomfortable. I'm gonna like find out the extent. Most like it would be weird. It would be weird. I don't know. But like everyone says like, oh, this is what I would do, but no one knows what they would really do until they're in that situation. And I just don't find myself ever being in that situation, but I definitely would like not associate with that. Like, especially if it's weird, because like you can be a fan of child characters. Like there's like a bunch of like cartoons that I watched as a kid that I love the child characters, like Powerpuff Girls. Love the Powerpuff Girls. Love Bubbles. Bubbles was my favorite. Like that's like a healthy enjoyment. Like I see her, she's a cute little girl. Like I loved Bubbles, but I also was a child at that time. But like as an adult, if I'm to watch Powerpuff Girls, I can say, oh, she's cute. Now, if you're watching a childlike character who has childlike features and you're like, oh my God, I want to like do something to that character, or I feel something besides admiration, then that's a problem. Make sense?
Somewhat.
Spinal thoughts?
Thoughts on what she said, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to spark conversation. I mean, I've already talked to Merc. I don't really need to talk to her. This is for you. I'm like the host right now. I'm trying to spark conversation.
Well, I mean, she's. I don't want to be rude. She said a lot. Could you
Okay, ultimately, like just own up. Okay, listen, I'm gonna ask you one time and one time only. Are you a lolly lover?
No.
I feel like you're lying.
I assume Spinal DP is a Puffy Opie Lolly account. I'm assuming that's the same person.
But I lie.
Because anyone who's not a lolly lover, this wouldn't even be a conversation. It wouldn't be like a productive like discourse about. I feel like you're lying.
Why would I lie?
Because anyone who's not a lolly lover, this wouldn't even be a conversation. It wouldn't be like a productive like discourse about the, you know, ethical, you know, boundaries surrounding lolly. Like it wouldn't even be a conversation. It'd be weird right off the bat. Like there would be no field where we have a conversation about it.
What do you? I don't get what you mean. What?
You're a lolly lover.
No.
You like little kids.
No, I don't. And I'm really just confused on why. Where you get that from? What part of what I said made you think that?
No, I'm just like, you're the one who's saying like it's artistic expression, you know, it's freedom of expression.
When I say that, I more so mean. When I say that, I mean in the sense I think people should be allowed. You know, if a guy goes.
Spinal is weak, but it is funny how this girl has such normie takes but is talking to these two guys online instead of going out.
Well, she does go out and get drunk on stream a lot, to be fair. But So I'm stuck in two minds about normies right now. I gotta be real. I'm stuck in two minds. I tried. I was really trying to be accepting, you know? I was really trying to be friendly with normies for a while. But I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. There's no such thing as a normie. I just don't think that's true. There are some people that are just like, man, you are vapid. Man, you suck. I miss when normies weren't actually online. That's so true. That's so true. Guys, we can say that Kuihman is above it all. I am above it. I'm above normal people. I'm above normies. You are a normie. Well, it depends on the definition, I guess, right? To some, like, you know, obviously, like a giga incel. I'm probably like a normie. You're the one saying that unironically. Yeah, I'm saying unironically. I am above it. I am above it. Okay? But so you hear conversations of people like Merc. And it's just like anti-fun. It's like it's just pure anti-fun. It's like they just hate anything being good. Like anything being different. Anyone being just like a fucking weirdo. Oh, you're so weird. It's like, yeah, no shit. No shit. Yes, he's weird. Yes. Why are you trying to ruin it? Shelby, Miss Queen pogging out everyone and complimenting her mom rivals. That is a bad faith representation. That is totally bad faith. Thank you for the $2, Ryle.
Draws a picture of him like brutally murdering someone, and it's not a real person or something.
That's wrong too, because you realize, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. So let me. There's like a psychological like conversation about it. So I know the art style you're talking about, the whole like snuff, like decapitated women, dismembered. Like that's, you realize that artistic expression is a look into the mind of that person. So if someone can sit there, visualize in their head someone who's dismembered, and then put that down on paper, that is active representation of their mind, which goes to show that that's like, it's kind of like how serial killers start out with cats, or like start out with like certain things, right? Like it's a progression. We don't want that progression to begin. We don't want to allow them a space to be able to fantasize, which could push them into going further. No one should be depicting dismemberment. Nobody should be depicting pedophilia. Nobody should be depicting these things, because it comes from your mind. Just like when you see artworks by schizophrenics, like you see what they're drawing, like that's healthy. Like it's just like, it's
super boring to do the whole wow, aren't internet people weird guys thing. I can't believe the resident finastrator Chud Logic pretends that's what he believes every stream. Shelby accusing Chud Logic of lying for money, pretending to believe that internet people are weird every stream. These are big out of the grift. The Shelby 502 Chud Logic is grifting allegations are coming in hot. I can't really think what you mean. It's just, it's crazy for Chud to act like he's not, like, if there's ever a moment where Chud's acting like he's not also a weird internet guy, that's kind of a problem. Because let's be honest, like, Chud fits as much as anyone. Chud fits as much as anyone. You know, this guy was DMing trans people. You know he was looking at some crazy porn on 4chan when he was DMing trans people. you know. Like, XD warrior, exactly. Shelby, exactly. Shelby knows. The D warrior, Chud Logic. So, like, yeah, if Chud's pretending he's not also, like, a weird internet person when he's a streamer that's live, like, 8 to 16 hours a day, was DMing trans people and was a D warrior who ran a Facebook meme page. Like, yeah, you obviously, you're in the pits with everyone else, buddy.
It's not like dismemberment or anything, but like we shouldn't be allowing that artistic expression because it's unhealthy. Now, granted, it's a great way to see who's weird and who we should stay away from. And if like we, press it, get them the help they need, but that's not artistic expression we should allow. There's healthy form of expression, whether it's music, whether it's, normal art, whether it's normal film, like let's take like the dismemberment paint style and say it's the same thing as snuff films. It's just not animated. It's just not acted out. It's the same thing fundamentally. You have something wrong with you psychologically.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I hate that.
Spinal, would you say that if someone likes Lolly, would you call them a pedophile?
Would I call them a pedophile? I mean, more than likely.
Definitively, you are a pedophile. Because Lolita, she was a young girl. Lolicon is young female character.
This is what it says in the DSM and the ICD, guys. This is what it says. It says, well, you see, Lolicon comes from the book title Lolita, so you're a pedophile.
Who have childlike features, who are in adult-like environments and situations, and there is a physical or emotional, whether sexual or borderline sexual, relation to it. It's weird. You're a pedophile. If you like Lolicon, you're a pedophile.
Because usually people will like Lolicons or people making the arguments will throw out the violent video games example, right? They'll put that out there and say, oh, so do you think that for this too? And they'll make some argument like, I don't even know what argument you really make against that, to be honest. They just say, like, it's different because it's kids, usually, to be honest. But she's literally just said here, like, you shouldn't depict dismemberment. Like, she's literally just making the violent video games argument herself. That's what she's just doing it by choice.
Who are in adult-like environments and situations, and there is a physical or emotional, whether sexual or borderline sexual, relation to it. It's weird. You're a pedophile. If you like Lolicon, you're a pedophile. There's no arguing.
I argue about Lolly all the time, but I always say that, like, yeah, it is kind of there is a similarity between violent video games. Like, I wouldn't make a distinction there. My understanding is that violent video games in aggressive people with a high propensity to commit violence in the moment, it can, like, the immediate reaction to a video game can cause them to be violent. I'm pretty sure that's studied, that it does increase momentary aggression and stuff. People engaging in, like, violent video games, violent fantasy, if they're likely to do that thing. Much like with Lolly, it can, for people who are at a high risk of offending, like, whet the appetite or whatever, basically encourage, like, a step being taken for people that are high risk. But I would make the argument the same for both. The sort of person that's, like, against Lolly is usually okay with violent video games. Like, Giga against Lolly is okay with violent video games. That's where the discrepancy comes in. Because they'll be like, they'll basically just say, it's different because it's kids, or it's different because it's sexual. Like, they just make stupid fucking arguments like that.
Is or isn't. Like, there's no option. There's no black and white. Because just like you could be into it, it's just as easy to not be into that. Like, How many people aren't into lolicon and realize that it's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be normal. And if you can't be normal, seek help.
Well,
Like,
what
oh
if
my
they,
god, I can't have my lolicon. Cry about it.
what if
You're an
they
issue.
seek,
You're a problem.
what if they seek help though? Is
If they
that
seek help, seeking help does not give you the right to continue down that path, though. You need to be actively getting help, and if you can't get help, you should be. I think
furries and lolicons are in the same boat. What you mean, like they're both like immoral to carry out sexual fantasies that probably overlap with a paraphilia, but don't necessarily require a paraphilia.
pedophiles should die. Unfortunately, that's how I believe. But
say something? My last, I guess.
but I don't know. I
What?
haven't. But also, I will say this: I'm not educated enough on like what is being done about pedophilia and like being attracted to children, like in like a psychological way. Like I don't know what therapists do. I don't know how they, counteract it. But if it's like something that can't be rehabilitated out of you, what's the best way to handle it? Pull it. You get it.
Okay.
Like I know it sounds insensitive, but
I get it.
get rid of it. Get rid of
I
it.
guess the words. Yes, I touch children. Yourself now. That's my last words. Goodbye. Thank you.
That's not very nice.
Did he win?
Wow.
Did he win?
That was a rough
That was
ending.
interesting. Yeah.
Did Spinal win?
What'd you think of him?
I'm glad.
Did Spinal win? Did he win? I think Spinal won. You did stutter.
Any woman that's his.
Okay. So now we've got Spinal stream from after, alright? I think I come in and speak to him here as well.
I'm the winner of the night. Yeah, no, that's why it's like, is this what it feels like to have? Stop calling it a hood.
Where is it?
Look at Kuihman stream for a second. It's a post I made years ago. Thank you.
Very nice. Wow.
That was a rough
That was interesting. Yeah.
What'd you think of him?
I'm glad that'll be my first and last interaction with that person.
Oh, you don't want
No.
This is so ghetto, dude. This setup is so ghetto.
Why would I? Did you see how he just responded?
Well, how did it make you feel?
Like talking to a brick wall. But they're pedophiles, so it's like, what do you expect?
Do you think he's
They're
a
not gonna
pedophile?
reason. I wouldn't say that. Now I'm
She's a
being
different
little-
fucking word,
I'm
WTF.
just saying, like,
He's in chat right now. He's saying no at all.
It's accurate.
That was epic. That was funny. That was epic and funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't mean to like when I asked you to play VR chat. Like I thought we were.
You told Spinal to go to the shrinks so they could instantaneously stamp Arm to Elf on his forehead and take his precious silk and gemstones. Is Spinal in VR right now? No one knows. Free Rad and Spinal, VR is too far. Okay.
You're just gonna like. I thought you had like. I thought this is what you did because like I've seen like you talk about VR chat a lot, and I thought like I didn't mean to like
I don't play
hijack
the
your
game.
brain.
No, you're not hijacking. I don't play this game. I'll follow you around and do what you want, but I don't play the game. I don't know what there is to do in VR chat.
Well, like I said, we can go meet furries. We can go to a bar. We can just like I usually play VR chat.
I honestly forgot this mic was on. I've been typing in Morales chat
Because like I know
the whole
places that we
time.
go. Like I would just have to follow your lead because I don't know.
Hi, hater. Yeah.
I'm a bit
Well,
of
this
a
is like
social
the first
butterfly,
stream
so
I'm
yeah,
doing
I would
on like.
love to talk to you and meet furries.
This is like the first
You
stream
don't
I'm
like
doing on like a
watching Morale
laptop.
Dirty
Usually it's
Mac?
just a gaming
Let's go
stream.
talk to furries. You know
What's
you're
the
a
problem?
furry. You know the best furry hangouts.
Okay, well, I guess I can unprivate my Twitter. You want to
You
know how hard I went
He's
so
not
hard in that
Mexican.
bait? I privated my Twitter. What do you mean pick up, Kuihman? Are you cool? Where are you calling me from?
Hey, so I call him here.
Like a group that does like orgies and stuff. I don't. What? They do
Like I privated my Twitter for that whole thing just to make sure they couldn't like blow me up. Or else wait,
Whoa, disavow.
I should be fine for that, right? I should be good. I don't think it picked that up. It might have picked it up. But Morale is such a loser, dude. It's like, come on, man. Kuihman's calling me. Hello? Hello?
Hi, I was just listening to your date with Mark.
You're cutting out.
I'm cutting out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just watched your date with Mark. I was just listening.
Did I do good? Until the end, well.
Yeah, you were lying a lot though. Why'd you lie so much to her?
Well, I didn't, because I was trying to keep the conversation going, okay? If I just, listen, I think you should blame Morale for that. He came in there and immediately started to mess with me. And it's like, if I just blurted that out, it's like, she would have just probably, like, stopped talking to me,
Well, you could. Well, I mean, you didn't have to agree with like everything she said all the way down, right? You kept.
Well, I wasn't trying to. I agreed with some of the things she said. That's why when we got to the whole sort of like free speech
She
thing.
said like, I think we should give up any freedom if it protects one child.
Okay, I don't. Yeah, I lied. That one was just a lie, just to get her to just to agree with her. I won't lie about that one. I just lied for the sake of lying.
Why did you say you touch kids at the end, Spinal?
Cause it's you see, you wouldn't get the context. It's a post I made years ago based off of a SoundCloud cover, where the cover is literally just someone going like, "Oh my God, you're my idol. I love you," and the guy responds, "Yes, I touch children. Yourself now." I just thought that was funny to end it on.
As a reference, okay.
Yeah, it's a reference to a reference to a reference. I don't touch kids.
Theo doesn't touch kids. Yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah. And you call him Rao and FSR. Yeah, that was funny.
I said, okay, that one was on. We gotta pretend that didn't happen. I didn't mean to let that one slip.
Hey, all right. Well.
All right.
Have fun. I'll catch you later.
All right. Have fun. Sleeping, I guess.
Wow. So then he comes back. We do actually get a second round here of Spinal and Merc at some point, don't we? Wait, where is it? We get a second round, no? Or Spinal talks to Morale. Spinal's definitely back on. Yeah, look, he comes back. There we go.
Spinal, you're a great construction site.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't think it would have went as fun as it did had I like just been honest.
Well, I mean, like for content, that was.
Why does that sound like you're trapped in a sewer tunnel trying to avoid an airstrike? Because Spinal was streaming it. And Spinal can't run Discord on his computer while he's streaming because his computer's not powerful enough. So I had to call him on Discord. He picked up on his phone and held up the phone to the microphone on his computer while he spoke to me.
Incredibly funny. I had a great time, but just personally, like,
Oh yeah, no. It started off. I was actually trying.
I don't.
Started
Spinal. Do you think
thing-
women that are pro lolly are going to be good for you? I think those are probably going to be detrimental to you.
To me,
Yeah, they're going to like abuse you and eat you up.
define abuse.
She's going to like fuck with your head, man.
Like,
I won't be doing a Spinal PC fund because I'm worried about legal liability. Okay, I'm worried about legal liability. I don't. Are you allowed to buy people computers expecting them to commit crimes with it? Like,
You want me to like role play with you? What are you trying to ask? I'm so confused.
well, you're saying she's gonna like mess with my head, but how is she gonna mess with my head?
I don't know. I don't have a specific example. I didn't.
So then she wouldn't be able to mess with my head. If you can't even think of how she could do it, why would she be able to do it?
Oh, you're right.
Exactly. I don't think they'd mess with my head. I think they'd be nice to me. I think they'd like me.
I think
You
they.
know?
I think they'd pretend to do that. Spinal. I think in my mind's eye, I see you becoming a good Catholic boy and getting a Catholic wife and having sex for procreation, and then you have a good life that way.
I don't like Catholics. I don't like religion and stuff. It's too restricting. Too many rules.
I think you need rules. That's what's.
I disagree on that, but
I think the lack of rules is what made you the type of man you are, where you have to lie to women.
I don't lie to women. I've
You
never
literally
lied
just
to
did. What do you? What?
in a serious tone, okay? I would never seriously lie to a woman.
I think you would benefit from rules. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
What is that currency that you gave me? 20 sec? Thank you. I also don't know why it's not playing. What is 20 sec? Do you know what?
Swedish krona, you
if I'm not
fucking
mistaken.
retard. Yeah.
Oh, that's
no,
like
you owned him,
$2.
Spinal.
2
You owned him,
USD
Spinal.
you've given me. Thank you. Smile.
That's awesome.
You gave me $2 Swedish.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I don't think it would have went in. I don't think it would have went anywhere different if I think it would have went much worse if I was
Spinal
honest.
form
Would you
Rousey,
prefer
yeah.
a pedophile wife or a normal wife?
I feel like those two things aren't much of a difference, depending on. I don't think there's a big difference between the two.
I think there is. Do you think women are normal? Are usually pedophiles?
I think.
Say yes.
I mean, I wouldn't say normally.
So there obviously is a big difference. What woman?
Well, I don't know. What is the difference?
I'm asking you. You said there was a big there wasn't a big difference. So
I said, yeah. So I would assume you would know what the difference is. No.
how are they so similar?
Well, how are they so different?
Spinal, you know.
My things. Why is it doing this? It's overloading. Huh?
Why? How are pedophile women the same as normal women?
How are they different? I'm asking you to explain the difference, please.
Because one of them's a pedophile.
Okay.
So how is
That's it?
how is? I mean, yeah, that's the only. How are they the same to you?
Yes. Okay. What if you like hypotheticals? What if she was really hot? Okay. And she loved me. Okay. Then what?
Is this the normal woman or the pedophile woman?
The pedophile woman.
Well, you still haven't said like how are they similar? How is pedophile woman the same as normal woman?
I was being funny, Mira. I don't actually think they're like the same thing. I mean, there's. All right, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell you the similarities, but there's a reason why there's a reason why some of them are like average-looking women.
I was joking, Rao. What was I?
Could you answer my question now?
What was your question? I forgot.
what if she was really hot and she really liked me? Should I still say no?
I mean, you could do whatever you want, I would guess.
So then the question doesn't matter because either choice would be good with me as long as they actually love me and are somewhat
Do you have an
attractive.
afro?
No.
What kind of hair do you have?
Right now?
Yeah.
Braids.
Are they like
I
good
have.
braids or are they like half-assed braids?
Well, I mean, I've probably half-assed. I've had them in for a while now.
Do you get them professionally done, or is like your sister do them or something?
My mom does it.
Okay. Do you have like the phenotype to be able to do a good afro or no?
No, they said I look like Norbit with an afro, so I really don't think I do.
What's that? Norbit? What's that? Spell that for me so I can look it up.
Norbit. Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh my god.
Did you look it up? Did you see it? Yeah, so that's what they said I look like.
Eddie
His
Murphy.
Spinal's awesome, man.
Yeah. I think it's just I don't see it.
What about waves? You considered waves?
No, I want to have my hair long. I don't like short hair. I want to be able to do the thing.
Have you ever held hands with a girl?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can remember doing. No.
Are you like fat?
No, unlike you.
You're like me?
Unlike you.
Unlike me. I thought you liked me. What the hell? What's going on here?
I think you. Oh, I liked you until you ruined my chances.
How did I ruin your chances?
You just come out of nowhere and start slandering me. Slandering.
What part of that was slander, retard?
The part where you said, "Oh, well, okay." Maybe
starts. But he said it fine. He said it fine. He just said it like three.
I think you. Oh, I liked you until you ruined my chances.
How did I ruin your chances?
You just come out of nowhere and start slandering me. Slandering.
What part of that was slander, retard?
The part where you said, "Oh, well, okay, maybe it wasn't There's a word for it. You came out and started accusing me, I guess.
How was it accusations either? They're true. It was all true, Spinal.
Yeah,
you need to stop being ashamed of what you are.
I'm not. It's just you didn't have to mention them in that moment, did you?
I think you don't need to be ashamed of what you are, Spinal. What do you think of incest?
Dude, what the fuck does Extreme Dad want, man? Oh my god. Hey dude, what do you want?
Hey, I was I saw that you re-uploaded my my argument there.
Yep.
I take issue with the Destiny Defender as my title. Is there any way we could get that changed to like?
Oh my god.
Well, here's the thing.
Change to what? What do you want changed to?
Extreme Dad is fine. Insane Chatter is fine.
Oh wait, but it has to be framed around Destiny. That's how you get the clicks,
no.
bro.
Here's the thing, though. Me and Destiny are not the best of chums. I am banned from the server.
No one thinks you are.
Because I threatened to kill him. Like, we are not friends. We are mortal enemies.
No, I'm not changing it. No, I'm not changing it. End the conversation. No.
I'm not a Destiny defender, though. I was not.
Yeah, you did. You defended
what
Destiny.
Destiny did is wrong.
You said it wasn't that serious.
It was gross.
You said it wasn't that serious.
It was gooner behavior, but there's not a goddamn thing anybody can do about it.
You said it wasn't that serious. That's
it's
defense.
Not that serious.
Well, that's defense.
It's bad. It was gross. It's wrong, but there's not a goddamn thing anybody can do about it. And I'm sorry that I have to be the one, the the bearer of bad news here, the fucking the party fucking Fowler that has to tell everybody that you're living a fucking fantasy. That
Bro,
this
I
is
literally have no
insane.
position on whether he's gonna get charged or
Okay.
sued or anything.
Okay, I just have one question. Do you think that JSTLK is doing this because he's lived in Destiny's shadow for so long and he thinks that he can fucking replace him by using this
I don't think
fucking whole drama as a
under
cudgel?
any delusion he can replace Destiny. No.
Do you think that he's bitter from having lived in his shadow for so long and he thinks
I
that
think
this is
he's
taken out?
bitter from being mistreated interpersonally by Destiny and having his friends severely fucked over.
Hey, him and I both.
Well,
here's
well then you know how I feel. It took you. How long did you go around fucking crying about Vosh and Xandall and Destiny for? Fucking like 6 years, bro. So give J-Stock a few months.
But it didn't happen to J-Stock. It's a totally different situation. And you guys fucking, brought literally did the anyway. Not we'll leave that in the past. But the thing is that what's so funny about that is Destiny lived to eat his words, because when I messaged before any of that had happened, when it was just starting to take form, like Destiny had the ability to keep it from happening, and I'm
being told to mention something about a crisp lettuce message. What's happening there?
A what?
Something about crisp lettuce.
I don't know who that
about
is.
Being a gay prostitute.
I said something funny about that once, but I forget what it was.
Oh.
That he's a gay. Yeah, I don't know. I said something funny once about that. But the point is that I asked Destiny to intervene on my behalf before the pedophile things had even happened, and he said, "Bro, calm down. It's just Discord, bro." And he lived to eat those words, and that fucking that him and I are not friends. I'm not defending him. I think what he did was wrong, and I think that he fucked up big time, and everybody has every right to criticize him and not be friends with him, but there's no way for him to be held legally liable. He's not criminally responsible, and he didn't act with intentional malice. So there's nothing that can be done, and I'm sorry that everybody gets so up in arms about that, but it's the fucking truth.
Thanks for sharing your 2 cents, Extreme Dad.
Can you change the title?
No.
Please?
Nope.
What about Destiny's mortal enemy?
Nope.
What about ex-Destiny supporter or ex-Destiny fan comes on to support his actions?
No, I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is.
What about banned Destiny debate? Banned Destiny chatter, Extreme Dad.
I'm about to say, Kelly Jean crashes out on pedophile Destiny cocksucker.
Yeah, do that. That one's way better.
All right, no problem. I'll change it in a second.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
All right, catch you later. Bye.
What, real? Or, what are you asking me?
I'm just curious, broad thoughts.
I mean, I think it's bad in real life, yeah, much like everything else.
Why is it bad?
Because I don't think you should have sex with your siblings or any relatives. I'm not...
Why?
What do you mean, why? Would you...
Why is it bad?
With your sibling? Cause... Kind of nasty, I guess.
But Lolly's kind of nasty. You still like it. So why is incest bad?
I specifically specified real life.
Lolly's real.
No.
Yeah, it is. The pictures you're looking at are real. They're real pictures.
No.
Why is incest bad?
Well, it's bad when it's real.
Why?
I mean, why?
I mean, why? Tell me why it's bad.
Is murder bad? That's the question you're asking me.
Well, murder... I don't know if murder's bad. Why is murder bad?
All right, then. So I don't know why. Why is murder bad? Because it's directly killing someone else. That's probably not a good thing to do.
Why is that bad?
Wow. This is riveting. moral debate here. I think I will skip.
Don't
Like
play
what?
stupid. You just randomly decide to start bringing stuff up and acting as if.
I'm just a little confused how you think incest is wrong, but don't think being attracted to children is wrong. That's all I'm confused on.
I think both is wrong if done in real life, Miss Merc.
So okay, but what about Prince?
Dude.
Life, Miss.
I'm confused on.
I think both is wrong if done in real life, Miss Merc.
So
I think both is wrong if done in real life, Miss Merc. I think both is wrong if done in real life, Miss Merc.
Dude.
wrong, but don't think being attracted to
Miss Mark.
children is wrong. That's all I'm confused on.
I think both is wrong if done in real life.
Dude.
Miss Merc.
So
Spider's so cool, man.
okay, but what about Prince? Because ultimately, the idea of it doesn't change. You're just characterizing it. Like, let's say someone draws a brother, and like, let's say I draw a picture of me and my brother having sex. How is it any different than being interested in having sex with my brother? Same with Lolicon. Imagine I draw
deep.
a naked child, and it's like, oh, it's different because it's not real life, but then I'm still thinking about a naked child.
Well, for starters, because there's a difference between drawing someone else and just making a person up. This is like if I drew a person of me like killing. If I drew a picture of me like brutally murdering Morale or something, that would probably be really bad. But if I'm drawing a picture of me brutally murdering someone who like doesn't exist, there's not the same weight. There's no reason for you to work.
It's still murder. Like you realize in order to even think about drawing murder, you have to think about murder, and how you depict murder shows how you feel about it. What?
Have you never thought about murder? Have you never hated someone enough that you?
Oh no, there are plenty of people that I would murder. But I'm not on the chopping block here. You are. You're the lolly lover, not me.
I don't get what that has to do with this. Everybody.
You asked me a question.
Murder.
You said, "Do you not think about murder?" Yes. I could name 5 people right now who I would murder. I don't care.
Okay, so then what's your problem then?
I answered your question. You said, "Did you not think about murder?" I answered that question. Yeah. Yes, I do. So what is your point?
My point.
I'm not sitting here thinking about children sexually. I don't want to depict that. I don't want to draw that. Why would I want to put that out in the world so people who actually like jerk off to that shit can jerk off to it and use that?
Okay, Tom, can I speak? Can
was he saying because it's hot?
Now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. My point.
Is that what he was saying?
That shit can jerk off to it and use that. Put that out in the world so people who actually
you're saying, can I talk?
That shit can jerk off to it and use that.
Okay, Tom, can I speak? Can I speak? Am I allowed to speak now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. My point is that she made it seem like a person drawing
Spine's holding the speaking.
them depicting them murdering someone who's not real is the same. But you admit you've got people you want to murder, and you're like, oh, but the thought's still there. The point is that the thought is there in everybody. It's not like this is some thought that's only in one person. You've thought about murder before.
So just because the thought of being a pedophile is in a lot of people's mind, it makes it okay?
I mean, I wouldn't say it makes it okay, but I'd say it's clearly not big of a concern.
I'm pretty sure this is Dredge, isn't it, this game?
Everybody has that thought.
So lolicon is not a concern because it's in a lot of people's mind. So pedophilia is in a lot of people's mind, so it's not a concern. You realize that's exactly what you're arguing. Like that's what you're saying.
That's not.
That is 100% what you're saying. Okay, then explain it. Explain why lolicon is okay.
Freedom of expression is my literal only explanation. I just don't think I should be allowed to.
Boring indie trash. So true, Louis. So true.
Hate people for what they draw unless I can personally find.
Guys, I burned rank on Rivals last night. We're gonna have a lot of work to do on Kick later. Trust me, we've got a lot of work to do on Kick tonight. I almost took the night off streaming. I'm gonna be real. I woke up and I was like, "What is that to cover? I can either talk about glass, I can talk about Spinal. I can talk about Destiny threatening me. And I was like, none of this sounds remotely interesting to me. I don't even want to boot up stream today. I want to just play Rivals. But I sat there and I thought about it. And I was like, but I'll make money if I stream. So I made myself do it. But I will be on Rivals on Kick later, trust me.
Right. That's
So
about
if
it.
if you see a lolly drawing, let's say the individual is pleasuring themselves. You think that it's okay because it's artistic expression.
Can I talk about glass later? Sure.
So long as it's not like a real child, yeah.
You realize how fucked up that is? That you just admitted that it's okay for there to be a drawing of a child pleasuring themselves. But it's okay because it's a drawing.
It's not a real child.
Mao, you can't sit here and like. Please tell me you see what's wrong with that statement.
I'm just here for the ride. I don't want to intervene too much.
Don't remain impartial. You can't sit here and say that his statement. No.
Between me and you, man.
No, because I want to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing. Because it's.
I'll say it again. Do you want to say it again?
You're saying no. Let me just clarify again. Chat, listen. Open your ears. Digest this information. Remember, when someone tells you who they are, listen. So you're telling me that if there is a lolly image, let's say a young girl, childlike image, pleasuring themselves.
JS, JC, or JK? Which one?
What?
JS, JC, or JK? Which one?
See, listen. That is one thing I will be proud to admit that I have no clue what you're fucking talking about. I'm not into lolly, so you're gonna have to enlighten me.
Google it. Google it.
I'm not. No, I don't want to end up on.
So my understanding is that JS, JC, and whatever, this is age groupings of lollies. This is like mine says that Spinal likes is it JC, which is lollies that appear around 12 to 15 years of age.
On a watch list because I'm already on 10. Tell me what it is. You're so proud. You're so proud to be. No. You're so proud to be a lolly enjoyer. You explain it to me. You want people to understand your stance. Be strong enough to explain it. Tell me what it is.
My stance is that it's not illegal. That's my stance.
No, see, now you're changing it. Moving the goalpost. 1 minute, it's like, it's okay because it's artistic. Now it's not illegal. You see how you're moving your boundaries?
Yeah. No, I didn't say it's not illegal. I said I don't have a problem with it because I'll specify it. I don't have a problem with it, and I don't personally think it should be illegal because of freedom of expression. That's my point.
Lumpy Willie saying, Spineless 10 toes down, I fuck with this.
So again, I reiterate, if you see a lolly image of a young child sexually pleasuring themselves, whether it's manga, whether it's AI, whether it's graphic, whatever it may be, as long as it's an artistic depiction, it's okay.
Yeah, if it's not a real kid, I'd probably say yeah.
And you are a part of the problem. That's how it starts. It's not a real kid. Well, then suddenly the art's not satiating these people anymore. Suddenly they get curious. Let me go take a stroll by a school. Oh, look at that kid. Suddenly looking at the kids isn't enough. Suddenly they want to approach the children. And then suddenly talking to the children isn't enough. Then they kidnap them.
How do you know that would happen?
It's progression of an insane mind. Think of serial killers. They always start somewhere. Pedophiles always start somewhere. It is a compulsion. Pedophilia is a compulsion based in insanity, psychological damage, whether or not they were sexualized as a child or whether or not they've been through something that fucks them up. It starts somewhere.
So you don't think a person can kill?
What?
You make it seem like there's got to be some deeper rhyme or reason to everything, when sometimes
there is, because art is psychological, 100%. Art is political, art is psychological. It's a look into the human mind. So if you can depict a child masturbating, what does that say about your mind?
I don't know. You've got a pretty weird mind is what I'd say, probably.
Okay, so you agree. So it's wrong.
It's like, just immediately, if you were actually going to debate this, immediately it's like, okay, what if someone does it for money? It's like, does that say something about their mind? If someone's just like, completely detached, is like, I will draw this for money. Does that say they're a pedophile? It obviously doesn't say they're a pedophile, does it? That's retarded.
Wrong. So it's weird. It's wrong. There's a problem with lolicon.
I mean, okay, there's a difference between finding it weird and saying there's a problem, or you
could argue that's morally. If you have a problem with it, you could obviously argue it's morally worse, but it wouldn't. It's about whether they're a pedophile or not, right? That's her argument right now, is that you're likely to abuse a child because you're a pedophile, because you're attracted to them.
Weird has a negative denotation and connotation. It's the same thing. Weird is almost colloquial to wrong.
Those aren't the same thing, though.
Doesn't matter. If you think it's weird,
okay, Spinal, hold on. I'll intervene here. Spinal, if you think it's wrong, give your own definition for weird. If you disagree with hers, try to hash it out.
Just something I personally don't like or don't like people doing.
That's what you think weird is?
Yeah.
If you're 26 and enjoy ham taro, you're more likely to molest. What the fuck is ham taro?
You are not the moral baseline. I hope everyone collectively agrees that you are not the moral you're not an indicator of morality by no means, because any normal person, anyone who isn't fucked up in the head, would not actively consume lolicon.
Some boring hamster.
Do you hate me?
I hate pedophiles. I hate people who victimize children. I hate people who can sit here and say that it's okay to look at a picture of a child masturbating, whether or not it's a cartoon or not.
So if I changed, would you like
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Because you did it in the first place. That's not something that, even if you changed, congratulations on changing, but you still did it in the first place. The average person is not going to be a pedophile in their life. The fact that a pedophile would even be a pedophile in the beginning is wrong. So I don't care what rehab you go through. I don't care what changes you make. You still did it. You still victimize children. You're still a weirdo. You still have sexual thoughts about children. You still jerk off to children. You still want to touch children. I don't care if you change. You did it in the first place. And if you did it once, you'll do it again. Doesn't matter.
Do you want me to die?
I mean, if you can, and this is the answer I'm going to give. If you can sit here and say, no, listen, it's not funny. This is not a funny conversation. This is disturbing.
Okay,
if you can sit here and say, that it's okay to look at a picture of a child masturbating, whether cartoon or not, and you can sit here and say that there's nothing wrong with it because it's artistic expression, yes, I want you to die. 100%. I would murder you. I don't care.
Dude, what?
That's very heartbreaking. I think I want to cry right
Don't cry about it, bitch. Guess what? The children who are sexualized.
Hold on.
in
Why do you want to
media
cry,
are taken
Spinal?
advantage of.
Because when you left the call with Merc, you started making fun of her. It doesn't seem like this is like that big of a deal to you.
I didn't make fun of her. I didn't make fun of her. I made fun of you.
Like, I genuinely,
You love me,
I
Spinal.
know,
Come on, what the hell?
I know that some people find this to be. I genuinely, I hope that people look into your hard drive. I hope that people put you on a list. I hope people watch you, because it's a compulsion, and it doesn't stop. No, I don't want to be involved. I don't want the FBI showing up at my door. I already have them showing up to my door for fucking pipe bombs. I don't need them coming thinking I'm a pedophile. No, thank you. You are sick in the head. If you can sit here and argue for this, you're sick. You're a sick individual. You have problems. You have psychological trauma, and that's fine. Everyone does. Everyone has trauma to a degree, but at least mine has nothing to do in relation to children. I am sorry. I feel bad for you. You are a disgusting human being.
Why are you so mean to me?
Maybe because you literally just said that it's completely fine to depict children masturbating.
So that's your justification for treating me like shit?
Yes, yeah, yes, 100%, yes. And nobody's gonna be on your side for that. I'm sorry, I don't care. Nobody's gonna be on your side for that.
Why wouldn't nobody be on my side for that? I'm a good person. I'm a nice person.
Yeah, hey, chat. Are you on his side? Would you be his friend? Are you?
Hey, chat. Would you be my friend? Are you guys cool with me?
We stand with Spinal. Spinal gang, Spinal gang, Spinal gang.
This is insane. Like,
Spinal gang, Spinal gang. Spinal gang, Spinal gang.
My chat says they are. My chat says I have friends. They're my friends. I've got 7 people.
That's a part of the problem.
Friends.
Look, that is
there's
a part of the problem.
There's a guy in Morale's chat, retarded crack addict. He said he's on my side.
Well.
Look at that. Joshua says he's my friend.
Retarded crack addict is on my side.
What is that guy's name? Poop's Planet. I will be your friend. That guy says he's my friend. I've got plenty of friends. They all like me. How does that make you feel, man?
Disappointed.
Disappointed? Why are you disappointed?
Because, and even if you were trolling, like, let's say you're trolling, that's a pretty fucked up thing to say, like, to troll about. Like, there's just some things you don't troll about. Like, the fact that you can just sit here and say that it doesn't matter if it's a real child, but yet I literally gave so many context examples, and you're like, no, it's a drawing, so who cares if the child's masturbating? Who cares if it's an adult with a child? Who cares if it's this? Who cares? Because it's a drawing. But Like, it's insane
I just
to
want you
me.
to stop being mean to me. I really liked you. I really thought you were interesting.
Guess what, buddy?
Don't get why you gotta be so mean.
I would not piss on you if you were on fire.
Not even.
That's a little. Come on, no, you would. Come on.
Fire?
No, I don't think I would.
Oh.
Sorry.
Would you at least beat me?
No, listen. I can sleep well at night knowing
You wouldn't spit on me.
that I would
gouge my eyes
never
out. You wouldn't, like,
ever.
scratch me
And
or
the fact that you can sit here and joke about this, like any normal person outside of this, like if any normal person saw this and heard what you were saying, they would be just as concerned.
What do you mean concerned? What is there to be concerned about?
How many times do I have to say it? Do you not realize what you said?
Hello? 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 Testing, testing. Hello? Hello, hello? I've probably lost my entire viewership now. That's okay. We move. My internet just dropped out of nowhere. It was really awesome. Really awesome. It was really epic, actually. It was amazing stuff. that just happened. Well, I'm back. I
This to be. I don't find this to be funny. I don't find it.
I missed that a lot.
That just happened.
You are genuinely a sick man, and I will do everything in my power to never.
I'm just. I had a thought while I was trying to fix my internet just then, and I was like, "Wow, I'm glad I streamed tonight instead of playing Marvel Rivals." Because if this would have happened in the middle of a ranked match, I think I would have broken something. I think I would have actually lost my fucking mind, frankly. Stream, I can just literally, there's no like reconnect timer. It's just like, if it comes back on relatively quickly, cool. I can get back on. It's the stream's not going to reset or anything. Losing rank, you don't just reconnect to that if you lose rank.
Again, and
I'm
now,
like 5 years younger than you.
if I find out,
What did I do? What the fuck?
It's association. You literally just heard what he said. This is not content. This is sick. You both need help.
Boom, I'm down at 1,400 so far this month. Should I go back to casino? Spinal saying, apparently she was molested as a kid, Babka, so she's taking her trauma out on me. Where'd you learn that, Spinal? Okay.
I love you. Bye-bye, I love you. Well,
I don't think she loves you, Spinal. I think she's against you.